Hello everyone and welcome, it's Alexandra. In today's video we are going to work on this folio using one of the newly released paper collections from Vectoria Designs, and the one that I am going to introduce you to is called Autumn Flowers. That's why I have these two charms on the spine of the folio as well as on the tab of the journaling card that I have on the front cover. I have both of the words autumn and flowers spelled out to represent the name of the collection that I worked with, and also to sort of represent the theme, of course, of the whole project in general. The front cover, as you can see, is very plain. There are no bulky elements except for the magnetic closure itself that stands out from the surface a little bit. For an easier flip through, I will take the journaling card out of the pocket. That's how the card looks in the back, by the way. It's plain. I have added a little flower that was cut from one of the background sheets from the collection. Then on the closure, I have also added the flower from the same background paper. Here I have a die cut leaf. It was die cut out of faux leather. I have added a few rhinestones to the leaf to make it look more interesting. Here I have corners that were created with foiled tape. On the spine, I have a green canvas looking fabric, and with the same fabric I created the closure. We can now unbuckle our closure and look inside the journal. On the left hand side we have a ½ inch deep pocket that holds one journal. This is a one signature journal, rather simple to make, very straightforward embellishments on the inside. I'm going to flip through the journal, of course, together with you in a second. To the vertical pocket on this side, I have added a few die cut slides with parts of the images from the paper collection. I have stamped some labels of my own, and I have also added a few butterflies from the paper collection to embellish the slides even further. On this side of the cover we have a few flaps with some tags and pockets, and then inside we have another journal of a similar style like the one that I showed you before. So let's look at it together. This is the first flap. We have a few tags which are glued down to the page and they are not removable, and we also have two pockets, library style pockets with two cards inside of them. I really like this design of the library pocket, and I think it looks great together in a layout like this. I also added a tab using just two 1-inch circles from the paper collection. Now on this side of the flap I have a composition that I built using the elements from the fussy cut sheets, and another label from my stash, and a little booklet that I have created with the leftover tea-dyed papers and the images from that collection. Very beautiful flowers, and I must say the colors in this collection are so pleasant. They make you feel cozy, they make you feel warm, and they work together really beautiful. Then on this flap we have lots of ephemera elements from the cut apart sheets, and I have also created 3 acetate pockets. On each one of the pockets we have a label, and each label says something different that together gives us cozy autumn leaves. And I have stitched the acetate pockets down to the paper. Inside the pockets I put a few cards and tickets, a few more cards with beautiful images. And then for the top pocket, I needed something small, so I cut out faux postage stamps from one of the background sheets. Let's flip open this flap to the side. On this side of the flap, we have another acetate pocket. Sorry about the glare. It's a vertical one. I have embellished the edge of it with the foiled tape and stitched a few more faux postage stamps to the acetate. Then, since this pocket is a vertical one, it can hold journaling cards of a larger size, and you have those in the paper collection as well. On two of these central flaps that will flip open towards the top and towards the bottom, I have added a few pockets from the paper collection and created just some plain journaling cards with a tab to go inside each one of those. This flap opens to the top. I just added the label to the background paper and secured the label with some brads for the added style and interest. Here there is another flap at the bottom with the same style of label and again attached to the paper besides the glue with the help of the brads. Now here in the central part between all the flaps, we have another journal which is being stored right on top of this beautiful background paper. As I have mentioned, this is a one signature journal. Let me flip through the pages of this journal real quick. Besides the journaling pages from the paper collection, which are printed on both sides, I have also used tea-dyed papers, and to embellish those, I mostly used stencils and stamps, as well as some labels from my own stash. But I think everything worked pretty good together. And besides stenciling, stamping, and some glued down labels, there are no other embellishments in this journal because I think that the journaling pages themselves with the printed design on them look beautiful enough, and they really don't even need any extra embellishments. I also wanted to keep this journal pretty flat because the depth of the gusset on one of the flaps here that hold the journal in place is only 1/4 of an inch. So I had to keep that in mind when working on this specific journal. That's why it needed to be rather simple in design and embellishments. In the second journal, on the contrary, I could use more paper embellishments because the depth of the pocket that holds it is 1/2 inch, and there I could use the remaining ephemera pieces and cut apart elements from the paper collection, and I also like how it turned out. So that's the first journal. Let me put it back to where it belongs now, and we will move to the second journal, which is right here. I will move the cover a little bit to the side so that we can have a better look at the journal itself. This is how I chose to embellish the cover. It is also quite plain, quite flat, because it needs to slide into the pocket. I have used several elements from the cut apart sheets and the paper collection, the ticket, the frame, the label, and I have only added some of the tiny die cut leaves that I had in my stash. So that's the inside of the front cover. We have here a pocket and a few more of those faux postage stamps that I have cut out and glued them down onto the page. Here we just have a postcard and another sort of a label from the paper collection. I have the printed journaling pages mixed with the tea stain papers and some other papers that I have embellished with some cut out elements from the collection, with the pieces of ephemera, as well as some of the die cuts that I thought went well with the images on the background papers. I have clipped an envelope, and here I have some of the cards that matched in terms of size, and they can be stored inside the envelope. The envelope is being clipped on the side of the page and is being held with a paper clip. Then here we have another image from the paper collection and some die cut leaves, as I have already shown you. So let me just flip through the rest of the pages and show you how I embellished them. On the inside of the back cover, I have added the corner pockets, and then with some leftover background papers, I have created 2 cards to go into these pockets, and that actually completes this journal that will go back into its pocket. I really hope that you like this paper collection and you will give this project a go. It's not very difficult, and hopefully everything is well explained in the tutorial. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask them in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you with the answers. So that's it from me for today. If you like this video, please keep on watching the tutorial, and I hope to talk to you soon.